Hey guys, I'm working on this crazy iPad 9. What happened here is Touch ID got destroyed during screen replacement. Not as bad as it looks, but this is me after I took it apart because the cable got snapped all the way in, which as you can see right in there. It's impossible to solder this back on in there because it got destroyed literally right on that head. Anyway, so what I did is I just removed the cover. Let me show you the cover. This cover here, which is part of this wire, sits right there. I just removed it because I believe this is the area that stores all your Touch ID information, right? So I'm hoping I could utilize this area on a new ID or a new button and be able to restore the Touch ID. So I'm going to be playing with this right now. So wish me luck. Okay, so I got a perfectly working Touch ID or perfectly working button right here, right? But this is not the Touch ID that belongs to this iPad. This one is, the damaged one is. So I'm going to try to move some of the components over. I'm going to start with this chip right here. You see that chip? Right there, that chip. I'm going to be moving that over. So I'm going to use this heating pad to desolder it. I'm going to apply some flux. We're going to go ahead and swap that chip over to this. And I'm hoping we get lucky. So check it out, guys. Whew, this is pretty crazy. But when I take the, you could call it Amazon, the fake power button that doesn't work, when I take that cover off, look, there's nothing there. So literally nothing exists on these. And when you look at this, holy crap, look at the difference. Lots of components. On that one, there's nothing. So it's totally blank. So this complicates things. So yeah, looking further into this, yeah, I can't use this button at all because this button literally all it does, it controls that click, the little click button. That's it, nothing else. If I look at this, this has many leads. So literally there's so many leads going from here to that button. And to this is literally just two leads. So yeah, this wire here is totally fake. Even though it has all of these pins, none of them are really being used or connected to anything else. So I would have to get a original Apple home button with this entire flex cable in order to just change only these chips, right? I'm thinking that one big chip is the only thing that I would need to replace, a swap between cables, and possibly make the Touch ID work. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Okay, so I got the iPad back together and the Touch ID doesn't work. As you can see, it complains about it, but the button works. You know what I mean? So that's the only function that we get. Can't get the Touch ID. So I'm saving that button. You know, maybe in the future we could purchase a real Apple ID or Apple Touch ID. So with a real Touch ID and swapping those components, like I was saying, that is probably doable. But I'm gonna upload this video and let you guys comment on it. Let me know if it's doable, if those chips could be swapped around. I have not seen any videos about it, so I'm hoping someone has done it. So if so, please comment and let me know, and I would like to try it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.